Hi loves, listen, I'm jumping on really quickly because I want to tell you about something that I'm offering now. If you have loved ones, if you have people who are precious to you that are potentially advancing in age, you probably want to capture their stories. You probably know that they have memories to share that you want for the future. But if you're like most people, in spite of wanting those stories captured, you actually never get around to it because that's the way life is, right? We're busy. We're so busy. And in our day-to-day lives, with the busyness of life, we don't always get or remember the importance and the power and the ticking of time as it goes by. So many of us just never get around to capturing those stories. I know this from firsthand personal experience because in 2016, my mother was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer and she steeply declined over the course of about 3 pretty painful months. And in the weeks leading up to her death, I felt myself wanting something of hers, wanting to hold on to something, wanting a piece of clothing or some pieces of her hair. What I really wanted, what I knew I really wanted was her stories. I wanted pieces of her life told in her own voice so that I could have her words of wisdom and her advice going forward for the time when I knew she wasn't going to be alive anymore. And even though my mother wasn't a person of very many words, because she knew how important it was to me, she let me capture a conversation in audio. And I'm so thrilled and grateful to have that conversation. And still, I can tell you, it was not the same conversation we might have had if I had done it weeks or months or even years earlier. And then a few months after my mom died, my 96-year-old aunt let me interview her about her experience during the Second World War in the Japanese-Canadian internment camps. And I'm so grateful to have that conversation of her experience, which I was also able to publish on my Superpower You podcast, because a few months later, she had a stroke, and even now she is in rehab trying to regain her physical capacities. So what I've learned from these two experiences is that time is of the essence, is that our loved ones' stories, their histories, their voices matter. And I'd implore you to capture your loved ones' stories now. If it means writing them down or capturing them on audio or video, fantastic. But if there is, for any reason, a chance that you won't get around to it, or if there is something in your relationship with your loved one that would keep you from having the kind of deep and meaningful conversation that you're going to want to have for the future as their legacy, then I'd ask you to take advantage of my offering called Life Legacies. My name is Lisa Betts-Lacroix. I'm a professional actor and podcaster. I have interviewed over 100 people, and I created Life Legacies so that you could have what I didn't get to have with my mom, and that is her stories captured in her own voice. Life Legacies is going to launch in April. But before then, I'm doing a kind of soft launch for my friends and for my friends of friends. And that means that the first 4 people to purchase Life Legacies will get their loved one's stories captured for just $425. And then the next 4 people will get it for $500, and the final 4 people in the soft launch will get it for $575. Life Legacies, when it launches in April, is going to be much more expensive. So time is of the essence. Please, please reach out to me now. Reach out to me now while you can, and let's get your loved ones' stories captured for your future children and your future grandchildren so that they can be retained and remembered now and forever. If you are interested, if this is for you or for someone you know and love, then just visit lisabl.com/lifelegacies, or if you're listening to this live, just DM me and we'll get it figured out. I really, really want to offer you this possibility of capturing these important stories that this time does not come back again. Okay. Mwah! I send you love and light.